It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. An 11-year-old boy involved in a boating accident on Lake Macquarie continues to fight for life in the John Hunter Hospital this morning. Authorities aren't sure how long he was trapped under the water, tangled in ropes, after his small training skiff capsized off Belmont on Saturday. He was with a friend. Both boys were wearing life jackets. Sergeant Dave Rose says investigations continue.
The child was wearing a life jacket at the time. Police from Lake Macquarie Local Area Command are conducting the investigation. They have spoken with a number of witnesses at the scene, including a second child who was also on the sailboat. At this stage, police have appealed for anyone that might have information about the incident. They are urged to contact either Crime Stoppers or the local police.
Plans are on the drawing board to turn Glendale into a super suburb. Lake Macquarie Council will debate the idea at tonight's meeting. Creating more jobs, retail outlets, footpaths and open space areas are all part of the plan. It comes after Council approved a master plan in 2010 which called for 4,000 new dwellings with 10,000 residents. With less than 7 weeks to go until the New South Wales election, State Labor is yet to release its detailed plans for infrastructure spending in the Hunter and across the state. Last October, former opposition leader John Robertson announced plans for an exhibition and convention centre for Newcastle, but didn't commit state funding to the project. Labor leader Luke Foley says he will fully outline his party's plans soon.
I've said that I will release Labor's infrastructure policy early in the campaign. I'll be doing that in the near future, and that will tell the people of this state what infrastructure projects Labor commits to and how we'll pay for them. So watch this space. We'll have plenty to say on infrastructure.
The National Party is looking for a new candidate to run in Cessnock at next month's state election after former Rose Tattoo frontman Angry Anderson withdrew from the race. He decided not to run due to personal reasons. Party officials say they hope to have a replacement candidate in the next day or two. Pressure is mounting on New South Wales Resources and Energy Minister Anthony Roberts to call a halt to AGL's coal seam gas project at Gloucester for good. Residents have presented a 600-page report to the minister outlining what they describe as licence breaches and misinformation over the recent discovery of toxic chemicals in flowback water. Groundswell Gloucester's Julie Lyford says action needs to be taken.
Minister Roberts, whilst making lots of noises about having people look into this breach, has ignored our serious concerns. He has no other option than to suspend this licence, and if he doesn't, then we will be going to this election seriously doubting the competence not only of the government department but the minister himself.
And a state-of-the-art micro-water treatment plant will be unveiled this morning at the Hunter Region Botanic Gardens at Heatherbrae. The treatment plant will remove iron from bore water so it can be safely used to water the garden's 20,000 or more plants. The treatment plant means the gardens won't have to rely on drinking water, saving at least 2.5 million litres of town water over the next year. Now with sport, Belinda Delaceres.
The Newcastle Jets' luck is yet to improve following Friday night's 2-1 injury time loss to Brisbane. Striker Radovan Pavicevic kept the Jets alive with a goal in the 72nd, but a free kick to Raw's Thomas Brioche denied the boys a taste of victory. Coach Phil Stubbins says they've bolstered their defence.
A focus this week in surrounding defensive accountability. We made ourselves very difficult to beat. Defensively, we were pretty sound and structured throughout.
It's been a weekend of cheap shots in Newcastle City in suburban cricket, with Jules Tavern captain Peter Laylaw hospitalised after being struck in the head with a bat by a Merewether B5s player. He sustained 9 stitches and a concussion in the incident, thought to have flared 3 balls after hitting the batsman with a bouncer. Laylaw's poised to lay charges tomorrow. And it's been a horror weekend for the Knights, thrashed by the Bulldogs 52-8 in the New South Wales Cup trial, before being pipped to the post 28-24 by Canterbury in the National Youth warm-up. That's Sport. I'm Belinda Delaceres.
To a new RFM News Time 26 to 9.